All right, so as we all know, spring is around the corner, and I know a lot of people are eager to get into the housing market. So you all know that I'm a real estate agent in the DC and Maryland area. So I'm back to give everybody tips, no matter where you live in the United States, on how you can build your credit fast to buy a home in 2023. And this is what I always mention to my clients is reach out to a loan officer so that you and that loan officer can come up with some sort of plan after they run your credit, and they can give you tips and an actual action plan to come up with ways that you can improve your credit so that you can get the best interest rate, get approved for the most money, and as we all love, get approved for down payment assistance. Now, second, I know that there's a lot of people that are sometimes hesitant or even afraid in some cases to reach out to a loan officer and have them run your credit. So I have a tool that you can use that is called Smart Credit. And this is a website that you can sign up for. Use the website to come up with an action plan. Now, when you sign up for it, it's a soft inquiry. It is not a hard inquiry on your credit. So every time you check it, it does not affect your credit. Now, Smart Credit has a set of tools that you can use to help build a better credit future and come up with your own action plan before you contact the lender to get your credit in a better space, so that when you reach out to that lender, you are already ready to hit the ground running and get a pre-approval and buy your first home. But let me just show you a few things in Smart Credit that can be useful for you and help you build that action plan. Okay, so the first thing that Smart Credit has is a score tracker. Okay, this score tracker, it pretty much just shows you where you started, and it keeps track of your score as you move to improve. Okay. And as you can see right here, it shows you your credit score, your auto score, your insurance score, and your hiring risk. But we all know, to buy a home, we just need to get this credit score boosted. But of course, your auto score and your other scores will increase as you come up with this action plan and make steps forward. Now, the second useful tool is the score builder. And the reason why this is a very useful tool is because it does things for you that normally you would have to pay somebody else to do, or you would really have to take time out of your day to get done. It assists you with actual action steps to get problematic accounts either corrected or get goodwill adjustments to unfavorable credit accounts. So just to show you an example, this is a Citibank account. And let's just say, for example, there's an error on the account. I can click fix error. And then let's just say I was never late on this account, and Smart Credit will put together a letter and send a letter to that creditor to let them know, hey, this is an incorrect item. This item needs to be corrected. And the same thing goes for example, a goodwill correction or identity theft. Is really simple. You just click on goodwill correction. And let's just say, for example, I request a goodwill removal of the negative rating being reported on my credit. You can either use the Smart Credit reason that they've given you, or you can type your own reason and click next. And Smart Credit will pretty much shoot off a physical letter to the creditor for you. Last but not least is the score boost. Now, this is something that will be beneficial to a lot of people for several reasons. Number one, it will tell you what your estimated score is based on what you pay on your credit cards. Okay. And it will show your credit accounts. Now, here's one other thing that I like about it is that, let's just say, for example, you have to make a large purchase. It will show you which credit card. Let's just say, for example, that if you need to spend $2,500, it will show you which credit card that you should use because the statement date is the furthest away. So, for example, this right here shows, okay, in 31 days, this is when this particular credit card will update on your credit report. So that way, if you have to make this large purchase, you will use a credit card that has a statement close date that is a lot further away. Now, most credit assistance apps do not give you your actual statement close dates and tell you what to avoid. Now, to avoid this 26-point loss, it says, hey, you need to repay this by the specific date. So in this aspect, this is very helpful. You can actually get all three of your actual credit reports. They have that built in, and you can access that information. Now, Privacy Master is something that's very beneficial. It's a portal that you can use, and it checks the web to see if your personal information is just sitting out there. And you can use this to have your personal information removed, and it scans the internet consistently and updates to let you know, hey, if your personal information is still on their website that you do not want it on, they can assist you to have that removed. Now, this thing also has a money manager where it calculates, of course, your credit utilization, but you can also see your investment accounts, how much money on your credit cards, your loans, and any, your checking account, so that you can actually manage your money through this thing. And then last but not least is they have $1 million in identity fraud insurance. I know a lot of people use LifeLock, but you can actually use all of this stuff built in for a lot cheaper than you can if you were using, let's just say, a LifeLock over here and a different credit app over here and this over here. So Smart Credit is $22.95 a month, but you can actually hit the link in the description and you can get Smart Credit just for a $1 trial. It's worth checking out so that you can come up with your own action plan in the event that you don't want to reach out to a lender. If you just want to get the ball rolling yourself today, you can hit the link in the description and do so. Now, the last thing is one that I run into a lot when I speak to clients that want to get into the real estate market, and that is paying off your credit cards or paying down your credit cards a lot lower than 30%. I always tell people 0 for some people and between 1 to 4 if you can afford to, because this is what will add more points to your credit score. Credit cards aren't the end all be all, which can stop you from buying a home. However, credit cards make up about 35% of your credit score. So if you have that 35% on lock, it puts you in a lot better position than most people in America to buy a home. And plus, who doesn't want to walk into a home with, very low credit card balances? Because that way you can use all the money that you have to pay your mortgage, and then the remainder you can save. So with that being said, the spring market is heating up. I just wanted to bring you all these actionable steps that you can take, buy a home in 2023, and possibly add some points to your credit score before you apply for that mortgage.